And today on the podcast, I've got another special guest, a returning guest actually, and he's come on to the podcast for a special reason. It's Indigenous All Stars game on Friday, this Friday coming, and it's the Indigenous All Stars versus the Māori All Stars up there in Townsville. Our sort of first piece of rugby league for the year, so everyone's pumped and excited to have it being played. So, look, why not get on a returning guest, an Indigenous legend, the first ever Indigenous player to play for Australia in rugby league and rugby union, Mr. Andrew Walker. Andrew, how are you going?
Yeah, good, Troy. How are you, mate? Yeah, really
Not,
good.
not too bad, not too bad. Thank you very much for jumping on today and having a chat about this game. Now, look, let's just start. Growing up, who were some of your favourite Indigenous players to watch play
Look,
regularly?
there's probably only one come to mind, and he's on my shirt. That's Arthur Beetson.
Yep.
And there would be another one that come to mind. That would have been my brother, Alfie Walker.
Okay.
He played for the Raiders back in 87, 87, 88, 89, but couldn't really crack it because we had the likes of Ivan Henjak, Chris O'Sullivan down at Canberra.
Yeah.
And we had the old Craig Bellamy. He was playing with the likes of Craig Bellamy, but they had the 23s back then in reserve grade and first grade.
Yeah.
So it was really, really stiff competition down there.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. I guess too, Laurie Daly as well, another great Indigenous player as well down in Canberra. He would have been
Oh,
around there in '87.
look, he would have been a young fella like myself. You know what I mean? So, but back then they were my idols. Like Indigenous idols. But there was probably one that really stuck out, Chicka Ferguson, because I watched a
Oh yeah,
lot of Canberra because my brother was there, and well, he was playing on the wing. You know what I mean? But getting really great ball from the likes, of a big Mal Meninga, I suppose, like doing some damage out there, doing some damage. And why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he finish off pretty strongly?
yeah, that's it. Great Chica scored a great try in the '89 grand final where he cut back inside, and Mal Meninga, another great Indigenous player as well for the Raiders and Australia as well. Well, what about during your playing career? I mean, you played at St George, Manly, also the Roosters as well. What about some of the favourite Indigenous players that you played with?
Well, there was about nine of us at the Dragons. We used to call it the Curry Corner,
Okay, yeah,
and there was Jeff Hardy, myself, Jeff Hardy, Ricky Walford, the three Hardy brothers, Jeff, Jason, and Grant,
okay,
Cecil Heron, Darren Keed, and there's another bloke called Ronnie. I forget his name, but his name was Ronnie something. I forgot his last name. Very sorry about you, Ron, if you hear this, but could play.
yeah.
Yes, but really could play. Like I think there was nine of us. Like, and they made our little corner. It's called the Curry Corner, and 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 we ended up sneaking in little Goldie, little golf
No,
ball sneak. Yeah, Nolly golf ball sneak. So
yeah.
that was that was that that was our little Curry Corner. So yeah.
Ah, nice. Do you think the Indigenous players have some sort of definitely they would anyway a connection to each other when they're playing, like they can instinct stuff without even knowing what they're going to do?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. Because I remember playing actually a touch football game with Leo Dinova.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like Leo come up here and I had my charity. It's called Break the Cycle, and we took our three sides out to this competition at Logan, and Leo was living up here and being a part of it. He goes, "Oh, Walks, this is a great thing you got," and so we ended up putting these kids into a touch football comp on the weekend,
Yeah.
and we had our main side. So Leo come and played with our main side, but just the awe of knowing when to pass or how to pass or to be there. That's what me and Leo had. We had that connection.
Okay, yeah.
And it was fantastic because it would have been great to play with him in rugby league.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what it was. It was just like we just knew where I was or Leo was on the field. You know what I mean? It was just I don't know. I call it magic.
Yeah.
I call it magic because
Yeah.
we just read each other's minds. Like it just happened. It just actually happened without thinking about it. Like with this game, with this one touch football game, Troy, actually, Leo actually ran this hole and threw the ball over his head, and he knew I was going to be there.
Okay.
And that's how we end up winning the game.
Yeah,
like
wow.
I sort of passed to him, and he didn't even see me wrap around, and he just instinct just threw it over this bloke's head, like he was on the sort of wing, and just threw it over and went. I just knew he was going to be there.
Yeah, wow.
And it was just that kind of magic thing, and that's how we end up winning the game.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely there's that instinct there. I was talking to Joe Williams this morning for the podcast, who played for South Sydney, Canterbury, and Penrith, and he actually said that you yourself were his favourite Indigenous player of all time. Him being a proud Indigenous man himself, so he just said that you had that natural ability as well, and absolute freak of a player.
Oh, I'll tell you what, his father had that too. You know what I mean, Wilfred.
Yeah, and played at the Dragons as well.
Yeah. Like Wilfred played at West. That's when I saw him play. And actually, I was only down. I really tried to catch up with Wilfred, his father, on the weekend. I was only down at Wagga just recently.
Okay.
Because I was talking to Joey, because Joey said, "Oh, well, he rang me and goes, because he saw me on Facebook. He saw the stature on me running down there in Wagga. He goes, what are you doing in my hometown? Right. And I said, where are you? And he was over the US.
Yeah.
He was over the US. And he goes, they used to call me Unky back in the day. He said, Unc, get around there and see Dad. And I rung Wilfred and sort of, we were both busy. So we didn't really catch each other, but it was just good to touch base with him, you know what I mean? Just show him, and he just said, Unc, I love you. You know what I mean? I really love you. And I said, Wilfred, love you too, brother,
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Well, let's get to the game on Friday, and it's the 2024 Harvey Norman All Stars game. And as I said before, we're all looking forward to rugby league starting up again. It's only February, not long now till March. You've had your eye over the sides. We've had a few dropouts of late. But obviously, let's take a look at the Indigenous All Stars game side. Josh Addo-Carr, Bailey Biondi-Otto, Bailey Butler, Josh Curran, Adam Elliott, Zach Fulton, Jordan Grant, Jermaine Hopwood, Nico Hines, Brian Kelly, Josh Kerr, Aluf Fiona, Khan Pereira, Kyle Labour, Latrell Mitchell, Shaq Mitchell, Kieran Mosley, Haipa Puru, Katoni Staggs, Hamiso Tabuai Fido, Braden Trindle, coached by Ronald Griffiths. What do you make of that side?
I sort of looked at that team this morning and I went, oh, wow. Wouldn't I love to play along half of them guys, you know what I mean? Like, because I think they're all ready to rock and roll. They had their pre-season. But I find the ones on Friday night, I think it is really going to like be the big time players. Like there's Latrell. He's really looking forward. He's really looking forward to a really big season this season. So he didn't really have that big season because he had a bit of ups and downs.
Yep.
But I can see Latrell having a big season, and plus Cody and Heinze, like I reckon that's a real potent connection. You know what I mean? Because they're both two instinct players, and with Nico running the show, like setting it up for Cody, I reckon it just gives him great options to go and play some footy. But the big one for me, I sort of pointed out the five big ones that are really gonna shine. I think like Addo Carr.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He's really looking for a stellar year as well, because he's really, he really wants. I think he wants to start the note off really, really high. You know what I mean? And show what the Bulldogs can do this year.
Get
And
his origin spot back as well.
also, yeah, and plus that as well. But one big surprise I really like is that I think it's that Bailey.
Biondi Otto.
What's his name? Bailey. No, he's playing Q Cup. He's coming from Q Cup, actually. He's up here playing in the Q Cup.
Oh, Butler. Bailey Butler?
And to be honest, yeah, Bailey Butler. That's him, yeah.
Okay. What can you tell us about him?
Getting it. Well, I haven't really seen much of him. You know what I mean? But I got told about him. Like, there's some really big things that come of him this year and the following years, because I think this year is just going to really prep him for the season to come. I think, like playing with the really the great players, and that's what I see. But I see him really excelling this year with the Cappers. I think they are. Okay. Yeah. So, but I'm really looking forward to that, and also your main man Hopgood.
Yeah, Jermaine.
He's coming on leaps and bounds. Yeah, Jermaine's coming on leaps and bounds. You know what I mean? Like, he's really impressed me last year. Really impressed me. Like, he's just a workhorse, workhorse, and never gives up. And I think him playing with some great players, it's really going to lift his level this year as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is his second appearance. He made his debut last year for the Indigenous side, and talking to him a couple of weeks ago now, he is looking forward to this game, and as all the Indigenous players as well. But as you said, playing with that caliber of players, getting into camp, doing all the cultural events as well that happen, he loves it, and it brings it back to Parramatta, and then hopefully maybe even a Queensland State of Origin spot this year.
Look, to be honest, I think he might sneak in. He might sneak in with the Queensland side, because he's just a workhorse. There's really no shortcuts for him, I see. Like, he does everything to perfection and does it right. You know what I mean? And I think he might get another opportunity.
Yeah, let's hope so. He was in the squad last year for Queensland, but didn't play. But that experience did him well as well. Have you taken your eye over the Māori All Stars team at all?
Yes, I did. I did have a look at the opposition. You know what I mean? I was thinking, well, we'll have a look at the Brandon. Brandon Smith, number one. Like, I think he was. He's ready to rock and roll this year. And who was it? I think Tapia, Jordan plays with Raiders.
Joseph Tarpany.
Joseph Tarpany, like, he's going to be a really, really big player for him, I think. Like, because he's a leader. I think he's just a leader. And we got Dallas. Well, I think it was the winger from Auckland, Dallas. I don't know how to say his last name.
He's not in the squad, I don't think. Oh, yes, sorry, he's been added. Yes, he has. He's been added. Dallin Wateni's the Lesniak. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, like, he was great for the Warriors last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm surprised he didn't get player, every game last year. So, and I think I ran over. There's another one too. I think that will stand out, and just rattle up a few names there, Troy, and I'll tell you who.
Yeah, I'll run through the squad for the Maoris. Jesse Arthurs, Kenny Bromwich, Jojo Fafita, Dane Gagai, Jack Howarth, Jerome Hughes, Royce Hunt, Tamari Martin, Trey Mooney, Britton Nakoro, Cody Nicarima, Keenan Palacia, Adam Pompey, Joseph Tarpany, Jazz Tavanga, Leo Thompson, Matt Tomoko, Brandon Smith, Dylan Walker, and Xavier Willison, and coached by Adam Blair.
That was that other one. That was that Matty Tomoko that plays for Senate for the Raiders, I think it was.
Yeah.
Mate, he's a really, really great young kid. And I see him doing some really big things this year, you know what I mean, for the Raiders.
Yeah, he made his
I saw
debut.
him I saw him last year actually trying. I went, wow. He was a wow factor for me. Like, wow, what a buy. You know what I mean? Like, he was strong. And I don't know how old he is, you know what I mean? He only looks young.
Yeah, he's only
so
a young
he's really
one.
gonna,
He made his debut for New
think
Zealand last year.
He's going to be a danger man on Friday night if they give him some early ball, because he's a really big body, I reckon. Like, and he can move. You know, I know it's only like a pre-season match for him, but this means a lot to him. You know what I mean? Playing for your cultures, and
yeah, definitely.
And we're going to see a little bit of, a bit of a war. You know what I mean? A war tradition sort of game, because we are playing for our cultures. You know what I mean? And plus up in Townsville, like, it's going to be really warm for the boys. I really hope they hydrate. You know what I mean? But it's going to be a great atmosphere, because I went up there and watched the game at the Cowboy Stadium. It's a fantastic overlay, like fantastic atmosphere. And I wish I was going to be a part of it, but it's a little bit too far away. So, but again, I watch it on TV on Friday night and sit back and just watch the boys do their stuff.
Yeah, no, look, it's going to be a great clash. And look, the beginnings of the game are certainly great to watch as well, with the cultural dances from both sides, the war cries, so to speak. It just gets chills down the spine and gets you ready for action.
It certainly does. Like, it's just what a way to start the season off. You know what I mean? Like that. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's just excited to football's back again, I suppose. You know what I mean? Everyone's ready. I can't wait for the footy. You know, they would have been excited today, like, just to watch the NFL. I don't know what the score ended up there or whatever. I don't really watch that game.
Yeah,
but,
Kansas City got the win in overtime.
Oh, really? Did they?
Yeah, 3 points. Yeah.
So, I don't really watch that game, but I only watch one team, and that's New York Jets.
Okay.
Yeah. So why should I bother watching any other team?
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Have you got a little a couple of predictions? Have you got a prediction of a first try scorer at all? Do you think might score the first try?
My prediction is that Matty, what's his name?
Tomoko?
Canberra kid.
Timoko?
He'll score the first try, and I reckon the Trell will be man of the match.
Okay, yeah. You reckon there's going to be a big scoring game?
To be honest, up there in that heat, like, I don't know if they're ready for it. It's going to be a very close game. You know what I mean? I reckon by probably 6 points.
Yeah.
It just all depends on who gets the upper hand in the last 20 minutes, I believe, because I think the Kiwis ran away with it the last couple of years, in the end. But, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure, the coach of Indigenous side has really revved them up, because they've seen the last couple of years' performance, where we were there, but we weren't. You know what I mean? We sort of died off in the end. But it just comes back to I think it just comes back to who we are and what we are. You know what I mean? We can't give up too easy.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's a great game. Like, I'm really looking forward to it. You know what I mean? Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's why I got you on today, because I think you're really looking forward to it, and a great advocate for the Indigenous game. And do you wish there was some sort of concept like this around when you were playing?
Oh, mate, I would have loved it. I would have dead set loved it. Well, there was, you know what I mean? They had the Indigenous 7 side, you know what I mean? Back then.
That's right. That ran around a couple of times, didn't it?
Yeah, they didn't. You know what I mean? I stuck loyal to my Roosters. And, and I you know what I mean? Because loyalty is everything everything to me. You know what I mean? Like they gave me my first opportunity.
Yep.
Really, and them, you know what I mean? Stuck by them. That's why. Well, I would have liked to be asked to play in that side, but I didn't. So
Okay.
I really
Yeah.
stuck loyal. I stuck loyal to my beloved Roosters.
Yeah. No, look at yeah, it certainly is a great concept, and I think it's been going for over 10 years now, and a great little concept, I think, created by Preston Campbell, another great Indigenous player. I think the man of the match gets the Preston Campbell Award um, for that game. So you've tipped Latrell to get that one. I'm going to stick solid with my boy Jermaine Hopgood. For man of the match, and I might go. Um, I'll go Josh Addo-Carr for first try scorer. There we go.
Yeah.
And I think it will be.
That's not a bad prediction. That's not a bad prediction either, Troy. I like
it. Yeah. Look, I know how much this means to like all the Indigenous players, but especially to Josh Addo-Carr and Latrell Mitchell playing for the Indigenous play side. That it just means so much, and they're up in camp in Townsville already, and they've already had a cultural session, one of their cultural sessions that they've had, and a training session. So no doubt they'll have more. It's only at the start of the week. So
it's actually fantastic. It's actually fantastic. It's up there because Townsville was going through a bit of a bad patch here with the Indigenous young kids up there. You know what I mean, with their bad manners.
Yeah.
And I'm glad NRL sort of went up there to try to, to get the boys out into the community, in both cultures, you know what I mean? Because we do have the same sort of backgrounds and the ways of living. It's just in different times and different parts. So I'm pretty sure that the Maoris sort of understand what's happening up there, and it's fantastic how the NRL did it, because at this time I think it's really going to help out Townsville and help out with the youth up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So too, I think they've had recently the cyclone as well up there. So floods and cyclones. So a little bit of an out, I guess, a distraction at the game. So that's great to see.
Well, you really can't stop Mother Nature if it's going to come. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's it.
When it does rain up there or have cyclones, you know what I mean? Like that's the humidity up there. You know what I mean? With a cold flash coming in with the heat, that's what it can really bring in. But my heart goes out to them people up there, Troy, because I got a few people I got up there that live in,
yeah.
and my prayers were with them when that cyclone was going through there.
Yeah, definitely. We were all thinking of them too as well. What other regional areas do you think that this game could be played? I think it's been played in Townsville a couple of times. I think they've played it at Newcastle as well. But what other sort of regional areas do you think this game could be taken to and played?
Well, to be honest, like, it's all about money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like whoever the highest money. You know what I mean? Like I'm a realist. I'll tell it how it is.
Yeah.
It's all about money at the end of the day. But it's sad. It's pretty sad. Like it could reach out to other communities that's really going through a bad patch. You know what I mean? Like, but it all depends on the crowd, the grounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What's going to suit for the players, and for the other part of the side of it. So, but look, Newcastle was fantastic. You know what I mean? Because it's all about filling in the crowd. So, because what they had up there in Townsville, they had a price with two tickets for the price of one sale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just try to fit everything in. You know what I mean? But this is where I think NRL should come into it You know what I mean? Go right. Hey, let's just throw a few tickets out here and there. You know what I mean? Like, don't be shy to give back.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all I
it.
see. Mm.
Yeah. Nah, definitely gets to get that crowd in, and as you said, give back to those that have been doing it a bit tough up in that area of late. Well, the game's on at 8:10, and it's televised on
Yep.
Channel 9 and Fox and KO as well. So it'll certainly be something to look forward to on Friday night. Andrew Walker, thank you very much for joining me today and going through a bit of Indigenous rugby league talk and a bit of a game day preview for this All Stars clash.
No, thank you, Troy, for having me on this great podcast of yours, and I'd love to be back on it again, mate. And I'll say go the Parramatta, but up the Roosters, eh?
Yeah, no, look, that's okay. Maybe when Parramatta play the Roosters, I'm not sure when it is, but we'll have another chat then for sure.
Oh, for sure, Troy. Yeah.
No worries. Thank you, Andrew.
Thanks, mate.